be heavily favored, as they were the team that won last season, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they were. Give me a second. I gotta announce this.
All right. Quex was also the person that took home MVP last season, and he is the kill leader through the regular season. This season, he has 74 kills, while Charlie and Vixel both have 72. And coming out with the default bans here, we do see Mira, which is almost a perma ban when you're playing Border, and then we do see the Ace. I hope that Void is able, if Void can play their game with Gotti and DCAG playing to their best of their abilities, I think they do have a very solid chance of winning, or at least making it close. However, it might just be the star power on the side of 907 that gives them a hard time, with people such as Quex, Popify, Fringe, and Beams all on one team. We will be going into map 1. The other bans were Zami and Brava, which both are relatively default, maybe a little bit more niche, especially with that Brava ban. But the Zami, it eliminates them from being able to extend outwards into CC and jail as effectively. Otherwise, pretty default lineup. We do see the head holes along the archive wall that will look into the hallway, and we do see the suicide spot reinforced, and it looks like we will be seeing, it looks like the Goyer or potentially a Warden playing that position.
Yeah, it's going to be a little weird without the Azami to see how they're going to hold these. It just looks like it's going to be a pretty default take and a default defense from both sides. Yeah, like you were saying, the players to look at are definitely Quex, who leads the league in kills, and then from Void, DCAG, who did get nominated for MVP and won Best OG for the season.
I feel like if 907 just plays their game, I think they're going to have a very heavy advantage, but if somehow Void is able to play their perfect siege that they have played in the past, I think they do have a very solid chance of making it close, as we see always pick up the first kill onto Kex.
Yeah, I think 907 is a very aggressive team, so I feel like if they can just bait a lot of the picks before entering the building, I think they have a good chance.
And that'll be a kill from Fringe, as Why You Trippin' just kind of gets stuck on the rappel, as Monty walks away at arguably the worst time possible. And now you do see Popify, ECAG just ran up the main stairs.
That was a good lurk. So, looks like they have pushed 907 all the way back to site. They do have like jail and east control now.
I wouldn't say they have east control, as Kex is the one challenging from the rotate in offices, and he is kind of holding power position. And he is going to fall back into site, so they will have east control, as the Ash of always is going to be the one that is aggroing. He does have 2 Ash charges still in pocket alongside the roof breaches, and he will be taken out by Quex.
I think this should be a pretty simple for Void. If they can just get that radio all open, they have like them push back to site. They did take office control. Force Quex back in the archives.
907 doesn't have, Void doesn't have anything to open that wall.
Yeah. Oh, they don't, yeah. I missed some crucial shots. Takes Quex down. The 2v2, 50 seconds left.
Popify picking up
Do
one.
get it back.
Pick up second, he will. That'll be a quick 2k at the end, winning Popify up to 3 kills on the round. Overall, that round was very 50-50. Both teams could have won that in either position.
Did Void bring any heartbeat charges that round?
No, they did not.
It didn't, yeah, so it kind of like messes them up if you can't get that radio wall open. But they did get map control pretty fast with DKAG's lurk up metal. They didn't really have anything to hold these.
They've had the Fenrir playing there and it was kind of just aggroing, and then he fell back. Now going into round 2, I feel it's going to be 9-7 is going to want to keep up that momentum that they have built through the first round and just playing off each other. They did so well last time. And you're going to see a heavy vertical extension as they are going to be in the workshop site. And overall, it looks like Void, just with their lineup they have currently, yes, it'll change maybe, but it looks like they're going to try and just take a full vert take and then have maybe one person lurking below. They know that they have so much util that we do see the Ash and the Flores and even a Sledge come out to destroy some util, but the Flores will be swapped off to the Habana, which the Habana alone will not be able to open up all these walls, especially with the fact that they bring the Kate upstairs. This is going to be a 5-man extension upstairs from the side of 907.
Vents workshop hold, yeah.
It's interesting.
DKAG might be able to... What were you saying? Yeah.
It's interesting watching, like, when we were watching FDR and Pitrat, the extensions were mainly like 3-2 extensions, so here you see the capability of leaving the site with no one on it, besides maybe one player. It looks like we will see a quick east side can take from Void.
I think that's more of like 907 just plays like super aggressive, and they do play pretty well off of each other. They do have a lot of gunners on the team, so I think they're gonna just play super aggro on these upstairs holds. Yeah, they do send Kex below, but he does get picked off by DKAG.
Quex is all alone. He does have to keep jumping in and out. He's just going to be able to get pinched if they play this properly.
Barely misses Godly's head.
Irish with a massive whiff on Quex, which may be the play that cost him the round, but always is able to pick up 2 kills back. Putting it in a...
To even it out. It's 2v1.
Of playing very far back and almost killing DKAG there.
Double up and pick up the diffuser. I don't know if they know Popify went downstairs.
From their position, it doesn't look like it. However, DKAG is downstairs.
He does get pinged. Yeah, they do have live cams on him now. Good round from
pick up the
Void.
Swing.
Yeah, I was looking a little rough when they couldn't clear Quex out of the radio corner, but they did bring it back with some good plays.
Irish whiffing with those shots on the Monty was almost the thing that cost them the round. If Quex didn't jump out there, I think he may have had more success in that position. However, I understand jumping out as you are the player that has to kind of sit there and balance yourself out. And we are going to see a very quick 1-1 matchup here, as this might be closer than most players expected. I'm not sure if we had the poll this week, but if we did, I'm just going to take a wild guess and say 907 was heavily favored because of their roster in comparison. We will be going back to the server room site. Spaz, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just typing something.
Okay. And we are going to see a different lineup. We are going to see the Goya swapped off for the Dot, which will allow them to play upstairs more. And if they are being shot, just as we saw Kex get stuck, it allows them to kind of just get a potential complete reset if Doc is able to get an angle. And with Popify, I don't think he's going to be missing too many shots with the Doc pistol.
Popify downed by his own teammate. Okay.
How'd Popify get down?
Quex shot him to the floor. I think he's just AFK.
It looks like he is.
I think he DC'd.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the rule on that? Rios?
It's just a rehost, yeah. So we're seeing a pretty similar lineup. Just Jai on the shield, just he's on the Blackbeard this time. They do have a pre-placed cam in vents and just around that area, so it looks like DCAG might try hitting a gap here. He is outside the bathroom window right now. I just jumped in. He will try hitting the gap. It should be a pretty free round for them. They're down a player. They really don't have anyone in sight.
They have Kex in sight. They have Quex, and they do have a lot of vert opened up above. Popify is able to reach that.
I don't know. I don't think they know that he's here in sight. It looks like Quex is just tucked in the corner, kind of just playing aggro on this window.
I believe Quex just think that he was misturned. I'm not sure he knows about the player either.
Yeah.
They also don't have a rotate between sites. Why tripping with
Trippin picks up 2 good kills. There's just going to be Kex upstairs to hold them off. Quex is going to take down DCAG on site, and Kex is going to rotate back. It's a 4v2.
He might be able to pick up a third, but he will whiff a little bit.
Quex might have another one. Looks like they're going to get aggro and try picking up another pick to make it even. BB is in sight.
Godly will get a couple shots onto the fade. Now Kex is rotating back. However, they do retake vert. Kex is retaking the vert. BB is going to try and chase him down, and that great shot from Quex.
Wow.
Ace.
Picks up an ace. And that did seem like an unlosable round. It was 5v2. Forced both defenders back to site. But, I mean... Wow.
Even with the one-man advantage, as we did see Popify disconnect, they were able to just... Like, the star power on the side of 907 was able to just take it back. We saw Quex pick up an ace there and single-handedly carry his team to victory that round. That's a very wise ban, as we have seen the Fender being ever so prevalent from Quex.
They do ban the BB instead of the Monty, so I want to see. Might not run shields again.
This does open up Castle for almost every site, and Castle's one of the better operators on border. It does not look like they're going to bring it, as it looks like they're going to decide to take just more gun skill instead.
Yeah. Yeah, I think 907's holds aren't really like the best when it comes to utility. They don't really bring a lot of util. They just play super aggro, take a lot of gunfights. They just fight for space. I mean, border is a small map, so defenders do really have to fight for space all across the map, which makes sense.
Yeah, not only is border a small map, it also very heavily favors playstyles that are very aggressive.
Yeah.
Which is why we see teams like in just Pro League on PC, you see teams like Furia ever so dominant in comparison to their other like LATAM teams, because they're just more aggressive and they are more willing to extend out.
Yeah, you see a lot of teams usually play super aggro around like Break, Top East, like Catwalk, that type of the map. They do play super aggro, but border is like usually attacker sided. just because of how small it is, and it's really easy to take space. But it seems like 907's doing a good job with fighting for the space and kind of keeping it.
Not only are they doing a good job just maintaining their space, they're also just choking off Void from being able to really take any free space. Yes, like you've seen them get quick plant off, like taking East. I'm sorry, but when it comes down to their execute, they are unable to really take any more than what's given to them.
It seems like 907 is being able to kind of isolate a lot of ones, and Void isn't really playing together that much. Especially with that last round where Quex was just able to kind of run around and find different picks. They were kind of all over the place.
Always with another first pick. I believe that's his second of the game. And unfortunately for him, the 2 rounds, well, one of the rounds that he did get that first pick, it just wasn't able to result in a round win, as we see Top be able to take out probably one of the more important items, which was the Dokkan. But he will be taken out by Always with the refrag.
Always takes it. Yeah. Quex is prone under the radio window. Kex is still in the suicide spot.
Does Void know that there's a player?
Wow. Kex does it a nice shot, instantly refragged by Always.
Always
Quex does take him out.
A couple of ghost headshots there, it looked like. But Quex will ultimately pick up the kill there, shutting down Void's best player at the moment.
Does look like they are aware of Irish on the main breach. Beams will be fighting him.
No one.
It looks like they are trying to. Where is that? Where are they? Looks like they're trying to bait out a pick here. Quex still tucked in Fountain, waiting for this Nomad to eventually have to push in. They do only have 30 seconds left. Looks like they might be aware of the Fountain player. Does take him out. It's 2v1 now. No C4 from Beams. I think they can easily pinch him here.
I think they're going for Archives plan instead.
Does take him down.
Pick up the kill.
But I think that is something that will bite 907 in the butt whenever they play these like kind of better teams, is when they play super aggressive. Void, especially Swing, has been able to bait a lot of picks from outside. It seems like every pick he gets is from outside the building. He did get 2 from like outside break door that round. So it just seems like he is doing a very good job of just baiting these opening picks and setting his team up to win the round.
Not only is he doing a good job at like just baiting them into swinging into his crosshair, it's almost as if every round that we think is going to be 100% going one way ends up going the other way. Like I thought that was going to be a round for 907 based on their positions and the time that was remaining.
Yeah, I agree. That should have been an easy 907 round if they were able to play off each other.
And overall, just throughout the game, it's almost been a 1v1 between Swing and Quex throughout the 4 rounds that we've had. Quex and Always combining just for 16 kills throughout the first 4 rounds. Quex did have that ace in round 3 here his team last in the 45 situation with the distance. But overall, it's been extremely close.
Yeah, there hasn't really been any like blowout rounds. Also, I've noticed with Quex does kind of play like a frag role, but on defense he's only playing like utility ops. He doesn't really run like Goyo or anything for that ACOG on defense.
I feel like in the summer season we did see him with a lot of ACOGs on Goyo and stuff, but maybe since they were removed, that affected like his playstyle. Not really his playstyle, but his operator choice on defense a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Quest is like one of the. He's not very aggro. I've noticed. Even though he's picking up all these kills, he does tend to sit closer to sight and not really swing a lot.
And speaking of aggro, do you see Papa trying take a few quick shots over towards the Easters players? I was picking up one and falling back. DKeg with another.
This is where Void struggles, kind of like in the execute phase. They do have a 4v2. Should be a free round if they can just clear Quecks out of one of these spots. And he's in. They do have to play the trades well here and just force him back to site.
They are able to identify that he is running back into 90, but they don't have any player to really hold his cut. All the players are either outside or towards east. There's no player on the other side of the map that can maintain a cut. But we do see in the office, and it looks like he's just going to be journeying out and trying to spot out where they are, but they already had live things.
Probably does get taken down, but Beams is really weak.
Again, Void not running any hard breach retail that might be able to secure them their round. Instead, it's going to be Beams and Irish.
That was quick.
Well, Beams, I thought, killed one, but instead it was both players in Fountain and Archives getting a kill onto Quecks and Beams.
Kind of what I expected to see on Border. More of like an attacker sided. I mean, they are playing it really well though. I think they're kind of learning how to counter 907's aggression.
To consider this a win, if you are on the side of Void, would you consider 3-3 split a win, or do you want to try and get that 4-2 to push?
Definitely 4-2. Definitely 4-2. I think with just how good 907 is, you don't really want to give them that many rounds on defense, just because of Border is, and it really benefits their play style. You know, I mean, just getting into the building fast, taking a lot of gunfights. I think you want as many rounds on the attack side that you can get.
Yeah, especially with them being as aggressive as they are, it almost plays more into their playstyle. And the real question is, how fast will they be able to take the space that is given to them when they are on the attacking half? Obviously, we have a little bit of a struggle in between the void attacks, but are they going to be able to cause the same trouble in 907?
Yeah, it seems like 907 is going to be doing a little bit of a horizontal hold, kind of noticing that Void does go for like gaps early in the round. They did reinforce those detention walls.
But was that a horizontal take, or were they just trying to waste more time or util and give themselves more time to react? Because they do throw 5 people upstairs again.
Yeah. When we did see earlier in the round, Kex did get taken down early by DKag, who was able to enter in that detention side of the map. So probably just trying to close off any gaps that they might leave. But Jai does get in early. They have on site.
They have Fringe on site.
Fringe is sitting on site. Okay.
Again, is just a... No, does make the rotate eventually. And Pavlov will pick up the kill from offices. Almost hit the wall there. Pavlov will pick up another kill this round, holding a long angle with the ACOG. And as we were just talking about, we do see Quecks bring out the ACOG as well on the TCST.
Yeah, 907's just kind of just overpowering them right there. 2 people stacked on top of each other.
And now
DCAG
you
does
have
find one.
Trippin in a almost unwinnable angle here, with 2 ACOGs and a castle far back, and he shoots the castle, but unfortunately leans the other direction before he can finish the kill. And
Does find another one
walks
with that
into
ACOG.
Pop5's line of sight.
Kill from DCAG. Can make this a 1v2 here if he picks up Kex if he gets too aggressive. Kex just laser out.
Kex is pretty easily go with the cat boy, as he is circling the laser that is on DCAG's gun.
DCAG does pick up another one. It's on 1 HP, but this could definitely be winnable if he finds another one getting a little too aggressive.
It looks like 97 is going to dial it back a little bit, as you do see Beans and Kex both playing off contact instead. It looks like they're going to try and force DCAG into sight and go for an execute by himself. Maybe he could use the Returro drone to try and just secure some sound effects, but instead Beans is going to pick up the kill through the bird.
3-3 split. I mean, not bad for Void. I think they could have played it a little better by just kind of baiting like they did, and they kind of just walked into Pop5's bullets that round. But
that could have very easily been a 5-2 split if Void was able to just not stall out as much as they did.
Yeah.
And we will see another probably ace ban. Yep, we will see the ace and Malusi taken out this time. I wonder what the ban rate of ace is in SXL.
League probably not as high, because I mean there are better operators to ban on attack.
But I feel like it's almost around like 80-90% just based off what I have seen, especially in almost every game. We both see a timeout from Void going into this split. Maybe that was accidental, maybe that wasn't. Never, they called the timeout as Irish had to use the bathroom.
And these bans are kind of default from both sides. Malusi, Valk probably just want to just get rid of a lot of util. Favor their playstyle again.
I feel like that do could be banned. Yes, it's very useful, but I think it's also targeted towards Quex and Popify as well.
Yeah, Quex is a very good Dokubi player.
It looks like Fringe will be picking up the Twitch, and it looks like we will see really only 0 frag ops from the side of 907 currently.
I'm gonna see DCAG on the Capcan. They are bringing a Clash. Yeah, I think they are really just playing a lot of stall operators. They do bring me a Rooney. They bring the Clash. Bring the Goyo. Bring the Miro. I think they are just trying to bring some stall out.
I feel like the stall out might be the best way to go, especially with their playstyle.
Yeah. For sure, just bringing a lot of like traps and stalls definitely good against 907. 907 is going to be bringing the Twitch and the Flores to kind of clear this util out.
Irish needs to hide himself, especially on an op such as the Flash. That's an op that you kind of need to hide during prep phase, and he waits till end of prep phase to actually get to a hiding spot.
907 doesn't really bring anything to counter him besides maybe that Flores. Friends did switch off the Twitch to an Ash, but yeah, they didn't bring a Nomad or a Capital or any of these good operators to go to the Clash. I think the Clash will definitely be good this round.
I mean, we also see the Ram brought out, which could be useful as we do see another disconnect.
They're gonna call it a rehost? Probably does get the pick back if they don't call for a rehost.
So what happened when Popify disconnected was he got a bug where he could not leave his settings, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, Swing was able to get his mirrors down before the round started, which is good for Void. We're gonna get them.
I don't think Irish is here either.
Irish is back. It looks like Trippin's gonna be alone in this security spot to kind of hold it himself.
A very heavy extension over into Troy. And Popify will pick up the kill onto God.
Heavy extension into what?
Troy, Canadian.
You don't know him like that. Clash is set up in Fountain. I mean, if Void can play this right, they really don't have anything to clear this Clash out. I mean, Clash definitely like gonna win the round for them. They do have DCAG tucked, so he does go down.
Popify just runs through. He just rammed through the one door and just decided to walk in.
Yeah, press door.
And it looks, I'm gonna pause it to try and see if he can come back.
He is
No,
back.
he's back, he's back.
Yeah.
His name didn't pop up on the bottom like it did when Popify came back. I don't think any of the lineup that they had last time was something that they actually have in their strat, as they did. Well, they had a couple players, but I don't think the Clash was part of their strategy at all, as it did not look like they were very comfortable playing around it.
Yeah. I think if DCAG just didn't get taken by surprise by Popify there, I think that round was winnable. Because that, I mean, he just hit the gap and killed 3 players.
It really is just almost a 2-man show from 9-7 at the moment.
Popify and Quex combining for 23 kills through 7 rounds. The rest of that, no one else on their team is positive.
No one else on their team has 3. And even from Void, it's a little more balanced out, as you see DCAG, Trippin, and Swing at least breaking even.
Trippin's gonna be doing the same security hold as he did last round.
It looks like it's almost going to be the exact same setup, but during the prep phase, they didn't have someone come and reinforce some of the stuff. So Trippin is going to have to spend time out, and they do just, Popify's running under below. They're going to try and pinch off DCAG. They have him on DCAG.
Fringe does pick him up. Does pick up another one on the Godly over swinging there.
He's not able to hit the head of Irish and will take a little bit of damage from Swing.
Outside does pick up another one, he just jump into sight. It's 2v5. Wow. You just see Fringe pick up 2 kills there, but it was, again, Popify and Quex kind of just steamrolling Void right now.
It didn't look like anyone from Void was actually playing inside of the site to really hold off that just gap that Popify ended up taking.
Yeah, Jai is their armory player, but he did kind of overswing into Popify, and Popify got the kill and was able to take site for free.
They will switch up the site. We will be going to the bathroom tether site, and it's almost like Geekhead kind of needs to stay alive a little bit longer, as he has been getting pinched out when he is on this roam.
Yeah, the Void or 907 did have a good pre-place cam on him last round.
I believe it was on the TVs, if I remember looking at it correctly.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're going to see a pretty default extension here with the castle.
Swing's definitely slowed down a little bit since that these attacking rounds. Yeah, it might not be like a heavy upstairs hold though. I think they're just gonna send Swing upstairs to kind of solo around one vigil and waste time, doing more of a horizontal kind of default ranked hold.
But with Spotify on the RAM, you kind of just, yes, it's going to be a pain to extend up, but it's something you kind of have to do when you leave that RAM on the board. Queckz does know that about, I believe he knows about the player inside of break. The drone war just from 907 in general has been a lot better than we saw from Void. Swing needs to fall back now.
Those get picked off. Godly does find a second kill of the game onto Popify. That's actually a big pick. That's all their vert.
All their vert and one of their, like, two
Yeah.
top frags, and Kex will be taken out by another C4. However, they do have breaching rounds from the Nomad. Not breaching rounds, but breaching charges. Fringe is holding a very long angle that if he falls into the hatch, it'll be very unfortunate.
Seems like Queckz is going to try hitting a gap here on the workshop, kind of a lurk. But Queckz hasn't been able to get the Kate off the bathroom hatch. This should be a free round for Void if they don't sell bodies. Say that.
As you say that, we also see that Fringe is going to drop into workshop. Is no longer much of a gap. It's going to be more of the spearhead of the push.
At left, they do have the Echo still up. Beams is on 1 health. It's a very winnable round for Void.
And Irish is also going upstairs, which will make it a little bit more difficult to just predict where he is at. And he leans at the worst
Queckz
time
take him out.
and gets taken out by Queckz. And what went from was so winnable became very difficult.
Fringe is about to hop in the bathroom off this flash. And it's another round for 907.
I believe that was a 3K at least, maybe a 4K. It was a 3K. That will put through 9 rounds. We see Queckz and Popify at 29 kills combined.
That did seem like a pretty easy round for Void to win. They kept bathroom hatch closed the whole time, but they did kind of throw bodies there at the end.
They threw a couple bodies there at the end, and they just kind of ran. They didn't really have a rotate out of sight. They kind of just boxed themselves in, so they kind of had to walk into the angles that were being held by 907.
Yeah, exactly. I think the plan is for that, just protect the Echo and have him deny. Not really hold bathroom that heavy, but the hatch did never get open, so
And we
should
do
have been a free
see
round.
Queckz hop onto the Ash, taking the op that we saw him so powerful on, in the summer's finals.
It's 3 straight rounds for 907 since the half, and that's what I was talking about. They really did need defensive rounds if they could, or attacking rounds if they could have.
Yeah, Void needed to at least secure that 4-2 split to at least keep some momentum in their way, because once it switched sides, it feels like 907 just took every little bit of momentum that Void gathered and just crushed it within a couple rounds.
Yeah.
Did you see the? I was even looking at the bands on Twitch.
Twitch and Mirror ban, and that's kind of default in the Mirror, but more of a targeted ban for the Twitch.
But even
Kex does have a. Kex is gonna have a cam on DCAG trying to hop out of the archives window.
Yes, there's a targeted ban as well, but I feel like their RAM has been more of the issue.
Yeah, Popify's been really good at kind of just ramming and getting droned in and ramming in and finding a pick. There is going to be no one on this shield and armory. Popify might be able to find another one.
There it is, Popify takes the gap. We'll be able to kill Popify, but will he be able to kill Kex that is behind him? Kex is going to decide to fall back. Yes, they had a player below as well, and that'll be Beams going down to about 1 HP from the player inside of 90. They're going to be able to reinforce off the 90, rotate, and they're just going to bunker down for the rest of the round.
I think Quex is going to enter break soon on this Ash. I mean, this looks like it can go in either team's favor here. Irish does find a good one. Irish finds 2.
The real thing is Irish cannot overheat here. He does need to take his time and actually just play with his team. If he overheats and throws his body, that might give the round back to 907. Which is exactly what we're going to see from always. He's going to swing right into the arms of Quex.
Quex is in the best spot here to make a play. That does take out Goblin. Wow.
I don't know why that ram that went through the wall is also making it so they have to jump through. And DCAG with a little bit of a whiff there onto Fringe, but he will take out Quex. It is now a very winnable round. They do know that he's on the side. The Irish may just made the mistake of the fight, and he will be taken out. But now it is up to DCAG in the 1v1 situation.
Fringe does have the diffuser, but it should. Oh, he's opting not to pick it up, going for the kill. Fringe is on 1 health, but he does have the ACOG here.
He has the ACOG, but DCAG has the shotgun and the SMG-12, and will be anti-flash as well. Fringe vaults up. He is 100% on 1 health now. There is a sliver in his pocket, and he will be taken out by DCAG. Oh, wow, that was bright.
A very interesting round.
It was a 4v2.
Irish, yeah, went down to a 1v1. Irish did make the play there by killing Beams and Kex on that radio wall. But yeah, I mean, I think Void kind of has to play a little less aggressive when they are up bodies. Almost sold that round for them.
Always was just sitting in the middle of the wall that was broken down and just was looking into, it looked like security and jail and trying to get a pick, but Quex just walked up the balcony and got another kill. As now he's at 17. They're now at 32 kills combined. again, overall, this really just has been the tune show from Quecks and Puppy. And I don't think we've seen Puppy on an op besides their RAM.
Yeah, we haven't. I think this playoffs is going to be interesting to see how well 907 is going to do, because there are only 2 people still on this that are playing right now that were on the team from last season. That's Popify and Quack. So I want to see how this team will do in the rest of the playoffs. Kind of a not the best roster compared to what they had last season. Always does go for a early run out. Seems like, yeah, they're not doing a full upstairs hold again. They're doing kind of like a horizontal. They do reinforce the armory walls, but it is going to be more of a kind of a horizontal with a light vertical hold.
Iris is in the one position here that can try and counter this, but he will be taken out, and the Puppy will pick up another.
DCAG does get Kex down to 1 health with that Nitro.
That Nitro might... Oh, it should have picked up 2. Beams somehow survived that one.
This again is a very winnable round from Void. They do have beams on 1 HP. Godly knows that Quex is trying to hit the west main double door.
Quex
Pop take him out. Quex takes down Trippin. 4v1 for DCAG. And Fringe does pick it up.
That'll be the first map going 7-4 in this side of 907. Quecks and Pablo combining for 35 kills. It's interesting that the Void did also choose to hop on the attacking half for both maps.
Yeah, I think this is 907's like strongest map though. At least from last season, this was definitely one of their stronger maps.
If I remember correctly, this was the map they ended up winning the entire league on, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I think this was the first map of finals last season.
I remember watching it, I just can't remember which maps were in order.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
And we do see kind of default bans, the Grim and the Maverick coming out, which do allow the defensive half to move around a lot more freely. And, well, as expected, we do see both of the electrifying defenders down. But we do see Ace on the board still. So that is something we did not see through the entire first map. And we do see the Ace and the BB come out. And the Ram is almost, it looks like they're going to go for more of, I think they're going to have the BB go in through top rafters and then having their Ram jump through the window and across from Aqua.
Pretty default lineup out of 907. Mira, Zami, Goyo, Aruni. Popify really does like these ACOGs on defense.
If you were a player on Void, do you use the ban in the beginning of your defensive half to get rid of the Ram that Popify used last game?
Probably would. I mean, Ram is like really good on storage and basement sites, so I would definitely get rid of it. And he does just run it a lot. It's really good for entry. Looks like they do have a pre-placed in Aqua. Might try taking that fast with the BB. think they're going to. Changes, C4 does get shot out of the air.
Connector was not reinforced. Maybe that was an oversight, or maybe that's on purpose.
Are going to get IT open. Kex does find the first pick onto the Blackbeard. Instantly traded out by Trippin on the upside down repel on IT.
Probably is going to be the one aggroing the however, always will be taken out by Quex and Connector. And
Wow.
a great shot from Quex, but he does get traded out by Irish.
DCAG almost caught in mudroom, but he's going to rotate out. Probably going to have to guess Trippin. Both players for Void on the roof right now.
And both of the mirrors are still up from the side of 907, so there's not really a spot where you can push them comfortably.
Yeah. Should be an unwinnable round for Void. Let's see if either of them can make anything happen. Popify is going to be close on this door where DCAG's trying to push. And he does get taken out with his ram drone. And
Very lucky he also didn't go ahead and pop that door.
they are going to triple swing Trippin. Another pretty dominant round from 907 there.
It was a 907 win on that one that was 7-4. I'm gonna have to get in touch with Julia to try and get that set up. At least I think that's why I get in contact with to get the graphic made.
What graphic for,
Like series wins and map wins.
yeah.
Again, overall, that was just a very dominant 9-7 round. What they got the first pick onto the shield and didn't really have to look back at all. Quex with an insane shot onto Irish, which also ended up putting them up in a 3v2 situation, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I just think that shield has to stay alive a little longer. The shield getting first pick does kind of stop them from taking any map control. So, 907, you see the Scopos, the Vigil, and the Solus, so probably going to be a heavy round. Popify is going to be on that Boyo shotgun.
Again, another A5 he's going to be bringing out. It almost looks like we're going to be seeing a 4-man roam here. As I'm not sure if Kex definitely saw that turn now, as he has to stare at it when he is reinforcing his attack. And he did not see it, okay.
Pretty default holds from 907.
Which is going to cause a lot of issues, especially with this, with Quex being the person that is upstairs still.
Bridge on the Vigil. Maybe taking an early one with swing outside this lobby door.
If you wait a little bit, I'm not sure that Swing had any idea that he was actually in that position.
I don't think he did either. Wow, nice shot from
a great shot onto Always. But now they have to be wary about a Blitz and a Ram. Looks like both of them. Does not pull the trigger on either.
Trippin is going to find Popify. Jai is going to find Kex. It looks like they're just in sight for free here. Because Beams is still in cargo, kind of on. Now he's aware that they're hitting sight. Fringe finds tripping on the roam, is gonna flank the blitz that's in sight.
Irish will be picking up another kill. However, it looks like Quex is gonna be walking down corridor. But they dropped cases upstairs. Quex has case. Quex with a flick onto
Nice
Irish's
trade.
head. And again, the defenders still have a case. It's dropped to the top of cargo steps.
This should be very winnable for Void, though. They do have the blitz that should be able to just run at Fringe's vigil.
They should, however, the little angle that was made by the ace to try and flush Quex off is also the thing that's causing them trouble, as they were unable to really push up there without taking a bunch of damage. But if we look, he can drop into Animus.
They do have the mirror on him, though. He does get taken down to 1 health. And a good round. Jai with a 3k that round, taking down almost all the roamers. So, very well played from him.
The roam wasted a lot of time, and if that case was not dropped on the top of the steps, that round would have been a lot smoother from the side of Void.
Yeah, 100%. Who died with it? Was that
No one died with it. Ace dropped it to walk down.
Okay.
It was more of a precaution measure, however, it was used in the advantage of Quex, as he was able to retake it and take the ace out. We will be going down to the basement side again, and we'll see almost the exact same operator lineup. Instead, however, we use the Legion instead of the Scopus, as I don't think Scopus swapped at all last round.
No, Kex did get first pick from... He didn't get first pick, but he was the first one down on the defense. Probably just playing Legion just to waste time upstairs. Very good solo hold operator.
Papa still has all 4 Goyas in his pocket, which may be a mistake, or he may have just held them on purpose. By opening the hatch for his fellow roamers, and if we look around, it looks like it's going to be tripping on the ram once again. It looks like he's going to open the vert above Popeye right away.
Kex is kind of alone in the kitchen spot, trying to get cleared by the blitz. Yeah, it looks like they're going to try clearing Kex out of the kitchen.
They also have Quex walking down lobby stairs, though, which is unknown to the side of Void. It's known now as he does take some shots at Swing. Swing will be able to kill Quex and then look up towards Quex. A little bit of a tongue twister there.
Yeah, it looks like Blitz is aware that Quex is up here. They are going to try pinching him out. Should be another free kill. Yeah,
should be.
They are going to...
Two different things.
He does find one. He's taken out though. It's a body shot by Godly. Looks like Fringe is up here trying to get the kill back though.
They do have a cam, and Trippin is holding the and they will trade a couple shots.
No, but this should be another free kill for the Blitz. They do take him out.
Powerfight is also on the roam, so he is in kitchen, which looks to be unknown to the attacking half.
Void has played this round super well, just staying together with their blitz to clear all these runs, not giving 907 any isolated ones.
No, they did a great job as actually playing as a team here and making sure they still have their ram up with 2 drones. With a minute left, they have time to open up their entire execute. And we see
Godly.
Godly in sight. He does not have any more flashes left. So that can be a bit of an issue, as now he's just a very fast shield that's going to run at you. However, will pick a kill onto DK, but will be finished off by Irish.
A very good round out of Void there. They played that very well around the... I think if they continue to play as well as they did last round, this map could definitely go in their favor.
I think that was the most decisive round that we have seen from Void in the entire series so far.
Yeah, just actually sending people with the shield and not like sending people all together instead of just kind of letting 907 kind of just pick people off. They played that really well.
There has been a comment made about the Blitz in the match chat.
Do you see that?
Which will only decisively increase the amount of shields used from Void.
They do ban the Blitz, but Godly is gonna just hop on Blackbeard.
And that's the one issue you do have when you do, especially show your frustration towards a certain op. It's only going to be utilized more against you.
100%.
Well, we go back up to the center. And it looks like we're going to see the exact same lineup outside of maybe the Goyo that we saw in the first half. Obviously, we can't see the Izami anymore.
Beams is gonna opt to play the Mutiny with Popify. He's off the mod.
He did pick up the Mozzie one time last game, and I believe he was in a 2.
0 ACOGs from the defense this round. Looks like
0 ACOGs, but 4 C4s.
Yeah, looks like Kex is gonna try holding these rafters with Elysian. Fringe going for a spawn peek.
And overall, it looks like just a pretty default opening, like start from Void. Just opening a little bit of thin, so apply some ghost pressure as now your player on set like Kex cannot move as freely. They do open the wall pretty quickly as they open it.
Looks like Trippin is gonna sit on the roof to drone out IT.
Trippin can shoot the meat jammer, which would make his team's life a lot easier.
One C4 down from 907.
C4 down.
The other one does find the ace pushing connector.
We will see Popify is going for a little bit of a lurk and a flank down below. However, there is one player below, that is DKag. DKag does not know that he is there. However, he is very wary as Popify does back up the steps. There is another C4 down, one C4 remaining in the hands of Quex.
Quex is tucked in this electrical position. They do find him, does swing the shield. Fringe does hit a nice shot under Trippin.
There's another C4 kill from the 7907. And now it is all left up to DKag and God. And no, it's left up to DKag in a 1v4 situation. He has to be wary of the quote-unquote possibility, but Quex will be able to pick up the last 2 kills of the round.
Great shot from Quex. Wow. 2-2. I don't know if people consider Nighthaven a defensive-sided map. I think I would.
I think overall it's pretty 50-50, especially depending on your teams.
Yeah.
And again, we do see another shield come out from Godly. And it looks like we're going to see another very heavy roam again, as I believe we might, if we aren't going basement, we are going to the first floor on the tertiary site. We will be going back down to the basement. Fringe will be on the Scopus. Once again, the real question is where is the Scopus that will remain in sight, and it looks like he's going to hide it in the pretty default spot that we see used a lot. Looks like he's in... Oh, no, he is able to swap. He's not blocked by anything. But again, it's going to be a very good extension upstairs.
Beams drops the mirror for the Valk. Probably gonna play C4 below. Maybe try picking off this Monty. It looks like everyone. Everyone from 907 is upstairs.
Unfortunately for 907 though, the mirror that they have in Brennan really hasn't been helpful on basement, as it's just been full roam clear after full roam clear from Void.
Fringe is spawn peeking this muttering door. Runs away right as Jai got in a killable spot. I didn't hop over.
DKag does have a cam on the lesion of Kex. They do know exactly where he is, and it looks like it's going to... Hopify is going to pick up the first kill, actually. Fringe is trying to kill Irish from a very tight angle from the bottom of Aqua Stairs, and Kex will pick up a kill onto DKag, and now it is up to the Monty in a 1v3 situation over here. And it looks like Legion is going to get a little aggro. He knows that he's alone. Griffin is going to die in storage. It's now a 1v5 for Godly.
On the Monty, he just really can't do anything. He's gonna have to just bait out here.
He's going to either have to bait out or just use his time as a timeout, as now you do see that 907 is going to get very aggressive. And Popeye is going to get DK back fight, and Fringe is going to even kill Kex, and then a little bit of a chaotic ending there. As overall, we do see a very decisive round once again go into the hands of 907. If Void is able to take this split 3-3, I still don't know if they have the ability to close it out, as we did see 907 so decisively take the momentum on their attacking half. The end of the first half, as there was a little bit of a technical difficulty, and it is now 4-2 and 907. Beams did pick up the final 2 kills of the half, and now again it is Quex and Fringe this time putting on the performance for their team. Unfortunately, we did just have a little bit of a stream crash there. However, we are trying to restart it. Everything is getting reset here. Hopefully in time for this to keep going. And we are back up and running, I believe. If everything is running smoothly, we are going to hop onto the point of view of Irish. I'm going to try and reset everything. It's all running smoothly. We do have the time set properly. Hopefully it's working nice and smooth. Stream should be up and running here in 20 seconds. And we do see Fringe hop on Twitch once again that we saw him do on Border. We do see Quex hop on the Ashe Comfort Operator from the Summer League. We do have a player on DKEG that is down in basement trying to maintain control, and Quex will pick up the quick first kill onto Always. Always isn't having his best performance, going 2-7 this map, I'm sorry. As now Irish is below and will be trying to stop Quex from opening the wall with Palphi, picking up a kill. He is in sight. He took the gap. Void does not know. It is up to one player in the cafeteria that has to retreat all the way up, and now Godly has been hit by his teammates Goyo. 907 has the entire site. It is now Void on the attacking half. They have nothing to do with this round, as Godly is on a 1v5 electrical with a Legion shotgun against the world. The one operator that can do it, however, would be the Legion. If everything does go to plan. It will be another flawless round from 907. And the stream is back up and running. And the stream is back up. And we are back going into the defensive split. Void had a very rough round there. We are now 5-907. Quex did have the first pick, and I believe he picked up one more later on. Hubfly was able to take the gap on site by walking in through Aqua, punishing the heavy roam strategy from Void. So one thing you can expect from 907 that we have seen is their aggressive plays that have come at the cost of the defensive collapses from Void, as 907 is not afraid to send a solo player in the back part of the map to not only do a lurk, but to take the entire site away. And it looks like we're going to see the exact same lineup outside of maybe he swaps off, but he'll go back to a Dokkaebi. And this is almost a completely different lineup. We do see DKEG pick up the Legion Shotgun. Godly is going to hop on the mute. Irish is on the Mozzie instead of Goyo. Always is once again going to be on the Vigil. Again, he's going way too aggressive for his team, which is costing his team rounds. And it looks like Void is trying to get aggressive to counteract the aggression that 907 has shown, but it's not worked out in their favor in the slightest. We see Godly just danced up here, and Palphi has taken the entire backside of the map. He's a walk-in warehouse, and now it is, again, they're just going to flood in through. It is now a 4v2 situation in just a matter of minutes. DKEG will almost kill someone. He'll be taken out, and now it is Godly in the 1v1 now. He's able to bring it back, but he is against Quex, one of the best players in the league. He has dropped 28 through the two maps so far. He will do a little bit of damage as he does take a shot with his shotgun from distance, but Quex is going to repeat himself, cause a little bit of stretch, and make Godly think that is where he is going to push from. So Godly is wisely just going to reinforce and not decide to just deal with it a different day. Godly is now able to focus his attention towards a couple parts of the map, as it looks like Quex is going to jump into Aqua. However, he will hit the Legion. My Godly is aware of his positioning. Quex is forced to move around again and again, and he's going to try and hold a cut angle. Godly is just going to play this very quietly and very stealthy with the shotgun, and he will win the 1v4 situation. a 1v4 to bring the momentum back on the side of Void and snatch the match point away from 907. They're fighting with every bit they can to try and secure this map. However, if it does go map 3, unfortunately, it will be a very rough position, as 907 will be able to dictate the sides of the next map. Will they take the defensive half once again, or will they decide to take the attacking half? Again, we will see the exact same lineup, just different positions. QueckzTTV picking up the Vigil, Griffin staying on the more supportive role on the Bandit. Irish trying to take his team a little bit of attention and hop on a little bit of a frag up, while always is on the Goyo to try and burn the time. Hopefully our stream does not crash again. I'm hoping that everything goes smoothly. As overall, the attacking half has been very favorable for 907. No spawn peaks this time from Void, as far as I can tell. QueckzTTV is lurking with the boss G. They do get Quex walking towards the warehouse. It looks like Irish will run upstairs and play above. It does not look like they are going to try and take a direct fight with anyone from 907. Instead, they are going to try and waste time instead. Again, the positioning here, very, very smooth and very hidden. Unfortunately, Pavify will be able to take out QueckzTTV that was a roamer, and now everyone that is left is on site. Griffin is caught off guard by the drop, and again it is a 1v5 this time for Godly. Is he able to win back-to-back clutches, or will Quex finish the round by running towards him through hallway? Unfortunately for Void, they couldn't do anything to fight back that round. This has been a very decisive map, maybe the more of the way we thought it was going to go in the first map. This was yes, 907 has a different roster than they had in the summer, but it's the same result that we are seeing. Again, it has been the Quex show on this map. He dropped 18 last map. He has dropped 12 this map. Fringe is showing more of what he is capable of in this map compared to what he did on Border. However, the momentum and the mental may be gone from Border. They're staring down the chamber of a loaded gun if they want to advance any further. in the SXL playoffs. Even if they win this and go to OT and win five rounds in a row, and even win the next map, the road to glory does not get easier. And it looks we're gonna see the Nook shotgun come out and drop into freezer to flush out the roam. Fringe will be first picked by Irish. However, Quecks will pick up the frag and will be taking the space, securing the flank at the same time. Probably in a very poor position as he has to hope that fire can go off and be Flynn will pick up the refrag onto Godly. However, is he able to pick up the 3 others that are up there, and Quecks will pick up his 14th of the map. Looks like Quecks is going to try and secure even more kills. Picks up DKag, and he's going to try and pick up. It is now a 1v1 for Trippin. But against Quecks, who's been on the heater this series. Will he be able to secure the final kill? Will to secure his team in victory in the playoffs? Quecks is just going to potentially just stick this plant down, as he knows push is going to be going towards Quecks, and that's exactly what we see. 7-3, 907, Tab 2, securing the series and advancing in SXL playoffs.